Hello everyone. In this particular video, we'll look at the look and feel of SAP HANA Studio. What are the different operations that we can perform from HANA Studio, and based on the type of roles we'll be having in real-time HANA project, what are the screens or what are the options we have in Studio. So once we open HANA Studio, we'll have two main areas in HANA Studio. One is perspective and the other one is views. So the relation between perspectives and views are going to be 1:n. So for each perspective you will have n number of views. So based on your requirement you can add views into your perspective, or you can remove views from your perspective. So whatever we see now, this entire screen is called a perspective, and I mean the small boxes you can see here, see, you can see one in left side and you can see two at the bottom and one at the left side corner. So all these are called views. So based on your flexibility, or based on your requirement, if you want to add this views you can add, or if you want to remove you can simply close this, so that view will get removed from your perspective. So what are the different perspectives we have here? So at a high level we can we can divide the kind of roles or the kind of activities that you perform in three ways. One is going to be administrator, who will take care of SAP database activities, like installing database or upgrading your database, or taking backups or daily monitoring of database. The other role is going to be a modeler. So modeler is a kind of analytics developer in HANA. So who will have a responsibility of loading data from different sources to HANA as tables and building models in HANA. So when we say models, it's going to be attribute views, analytic views and calculation views. And once we have models available, then all it's going to be building required reports using SAP BOBI 4.0. The last one is developer. So developer is the one who creates SAP HANA applications, which will be developed using server-side JavaScript or any web applications. So these are the three main roles we have in HANA. We'll be having in HANA. So based on the kind of roles, we also have perspectives for each and every consultant, or for each role. So if you want to have a look at the perspectives that are available in HANA Studio, you can go to Window, open perspective. So you will have available perspectives here, or if you want to see all the perspectives you can click on other. So these are the perspectives that are available in HANA Studio. So as we know, HANA Studio is built on Eclipse. So we'll have lot of perspectives which are related to Eclipse or Java, but the main ones that we are going to use are four or five. The first one is going to be administration console, which will be used by administrators, and the next major one is modeler, which is going to be used by modelers in SAP HANA. Then the next one is SAP HANA development, which will be used by developers to build HANA applications, web-based applications. Then the next one is debug. So you can use debug perspective to debug your code. It can be procedures, it can be any SQL script, or it can be your web applications which has written in server-side JavaScript, or any PHP or any web application languages. The next one is lifecycle management, the last one. So lifecycle management is used to update your HANA software. Software is nothing but Studio and clients, and it can be used for it can be used to update your software as well as, I mean, studio as well as clients. So based on the role that you are going to perform, you can select your perspective, and based on the perspective you select, the screen look will get changed, even objects as well. See, right now we are in modular perspective, and if you open any schema, you can only see 4 folders like column views, procedures, tables, and views. Whereas if I select administration console now, let me select administration console and click on OK. Now if I open my schema, I can see a lot of other objects, because the objects that we get additionally now are related to DB, like purely database objects. Because see, if you see sequences, synonyms, triggers and indexes, these are all related to your database activities. You don't need these objects in modular perspective, because if you are working as a modeler, what are the objects typically you need from database? You need tables to create any attribute views or application view, I mean analytic views. You need a procedures to call them, and you need maybe views. So that's why we have only those 3 folders when you select modular perspective. Whereas when you select administration console, as the objects that we got additionally here are related to DB activities, so we have those objects here. So if you want to monitor your database, you can simply double click on your system, or you can select the system and you can click on system monitor. Here you can see, if you have any alerts, all those information. If you want a few more, I mean entire detailed information about your a database, you can either double click on it or you can select it and you can click on administration, which gives you same screen as of administration console. So now this gives a brief idea about who is the manufacturer of your DB, what is the version of your database, when it has restarted or when the first start happened, and what is the size of your system. Like if you see here, the size of the system is 85 GB. In the same way, what is the data volume size, log volume size, everything will be here. And in the same way, we will have different tabs here. So like in the landscape, you can see what are the servers you have in HANA, and what is the status of those servers, what is the usage of memory by each server. All those information we can see here. If you see alerts in the next tab, and when it comes to performance tab, you can see what are the active sessions that are running in this particular system, and what are the threads that are running and in which server those threads are running. All those information we can see here, and what are the jobs that are in progress now. Okay, when it comes to volumes, you can see like under which server, what is the volume occupied by each server, those information we can see. So this is the typical information that we can see under administration console. In the same way, we have already looked at modular view. So if you want to open modular view, you can either click here, or you can go to Windows, open perspective and choose other, then you can see modular. So I'll go and click here, so you can see modular. So modular, the main screen from where you can do almost all activities is a quick launch screen. So from here you can create your packages, you can create your attribute views, analytic views, everything. And if you want to save those analytic views, or if you want to activate them, you can use these options. And you will also have a link for documentation. So there will be a lot of information here. Okay, and the next perspective is development perspective. This is the place where developers can create their own applications. So if you click on developer perspective, you can see additional 2 tabs here. Apart from your systems, you can see your HANA repository and project explorer. So using these 2 extra tabs, developers can create their own SAP HANA applications. So this is about look and feel of SAP HANA Studio. In the next video, we'll see how to create tables and load data into those tables. Thank you for watching.